First thing we're going to do is check to make sure we have our oxygen tank, nitrous oxide, and spare air tanks. Make sure we have our bag valve mask. We're going to go ahead and verify that our suction is working appropriately. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect the O2 sensor. Disconnect the wall supply line. We're going to check the O2 tank. Make sure we have a minimum of 1,000 psi. And we have our spare tanks. Close it and then purge. Empty it out. Now we're going to go ahead and check for leaks in the system from the flow meters to the common gas outlet. We're going to verify that this stays closed and included for 10 seconds. We're going to place and close valve. We're going to go ahead, go to 1%, C-fluorine, squeeze. Make sure it stays squeezed for 10 seconds. We're going to test the isoflurane at 1%. Squeeze, make sure the bulb is collapsed fully for 10 seconds. Off, and then 12% and 12%. Now I'm going to go ahead and disconnect the bulb and reopen the fresh gas. We are going to go ahead and turn on the anesthesia machine. We're going to be listening for the O2 supply failure alarm to alarm within 60 seconds of the machine being turned on. Once that alarm activates, we will then reconnect the wall O2 supply line. Okay, got no O2 pressure. Reconnect. Now we're going to go ahead and calibrate the O2 sensor to 21%. Start calibration. It's completed. Now we're going to reconnect the O2 sensor. We're going to go ahead and verify that we have about 50 psi from the wall to O2 supply that we did. We're going to do an O2 flush and verify that it reads up to 90%. Okay, it reads 90%. Now we're going to go ahead and check the interlocking systems. Go to 1% here. Does not open. Open the isoflurane to 1%, and the sevoflurane does not open. Make sure that they are adequately filled, and then caps are on from left to right. Check the air, nitrous oxide, and O2 chain leak proportioning system. And now we'll go ahead and check the scavenging system. We'll go ahead and close the scavenger knob all the way. Make sure the wide piece is occluded. We're going to open up the APL valve all the way to minimum. O2 flush. Make sure it does not go above 10. We will then open up all the way 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And verify that it does not go below 0. We will then put it midway. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. One additional thing that we will check is the desflurane Tech 6 vaporizer. We're going to go ahead and check alarm battery low and replace battery PRN. Turn on vaporizer to 1%. Disconnect electrical source. In 15 seconds, the no output light should light and auditory alarm should activate. Reconnect to electrical source. press mute button for 4 seconds to check all alarms on the display. Now we're going to go ahead and place the extra bag in the breathing circuit. We're going to go ahead and increase flows between 3 and 5 liters per minute. Switch to automatic mode. O2 flush just to fill the lungs. And we're going to go ahead and assess ascending and descending the bellows. If we don't see a leak, verifying that the unidirectional valves are not sticking and functioning properly. We're going to go ahead and squeeze the lung as if we had high paw pressure. High paw pressure alarm activated. We'll go ahead and turn off the flows, disconnect the bag, and include the Y piece. We're going to go ahead and close the APL valve to 70 centimeters of water. Manual mode, and we're going to flush O2 to 30 centimeters of pressure and verify that it remains there. And then we're going to go ahead and place down to minimum and verify that the pressure drops down to 0 but nothing more. We're now going to go ahead and verify that our ventilation settings are what we have are correct. We have a tidal volume set at 500, rate of 12, inspiratory and expiratory of 1 and 2, and a pressure limit of 40 centimeters of water. Make sure that we have our O2 sensor functioning. Make sure that our carbon dioxide is functioning for CO2, and that our blood pressure machine is functioning. And that will conclude the check off.